this time?
Not
Nothing over here. She's hunting. She's gonna drop it right there. She dropped it there.
But get it, Zoe. Well, she's gonna get it.
She got it.
Went off of one of
She
them.
got it. There she goes again. Let's see where she goes. Oh, she's up here in between the... She has put it back there in between the computer desk and the TV stand. Zoe, I want a picture of you under the Christmas tree. So here's one treat.
Oh, here she goes.
Look. There's one treat. Go hide it somewhere else.
Here she goes. Look at my curtains in there, Jane Davis.
Oh, ain't so pretty. Well, let me get it. She put it over here beside your nightstand. Yeah, those are pretty. Fancy. Here's Zoe.
I was tired of what I had in there. I bet him had warm socks. Nope. Let's see, where can I go this time? Nothing over here. She's hunting. She's gonna drop it right there. She dropped it there.
But get it, Zoe. Well, she's gonna get it.
She got it.
Went off of one of them.
She got it. There she goes again. Let's see where she goes. Oh, she's up here in between the... She has put it back there in between the computer desk and the TV stand. Zoe, I want a picture of you under the Christmas tree. So here's one treat.
Oh, here she goes.
Look. There's one treat. Go hide it somewhere else.
Here she goes. Look at my curtains in there, Jane Davis.
Oh, ain't so pretty. Well, let me get it. She put it over here beside your nightstand. Yeah, those are pretty. Fancy. Here's Zoe.
I was tired of what I had in there. I bet him had warm socks. Nope. Let's see, where can I go this time? Nothing over here. She's hunting. She's gonna drop it right there. She dropped it there.
But get it, Zoe. Well, she's gonna get it.
She got it.
Went off of one of them.
She got it. There she goes again. Let's see where she goes. Oh, she's up here in between the... She has put it back there in between the computer desk and the TV stand. Zoe, I want a picture of you under the Christmas tree. So here's one treat.
Oh, here she goes.
Look. There's one treat. Go hide it somewhere else.
Here she goes.
Oh, ain't that pretty? Well, let me get it. She put it over here beside your nightstand. Yeah, those are pretty. Fancy. Here, Zoe.
They look, I was tired of what I had in there. I bet them are warm socks. No, let's see where can I go this time.
Not easy.
Nothing over here. She's nothing. She's gonna drop it right there. She dropped it there.
But get it, Zoe. Well, she's gonna get it.
She got it.
Went off of one of
She
them.
got it. There she goes again. Let's see where she goes. Oh, she's up here in between the... She has put it back there in between the computer desk and the TV stand. Zoe, I want a picture of you under the Christmas tree. So here's one treat.
Oh, here she comes.
Look. There's one treat. Go hide it somewhere else.
Here she comes. That is so cute. Look at my curtains in there. Jane Davis.
Oh, ain't that pretty? Well, let me get it. She put it over here beside your nightstand. Yeah, those are pretty. Fancy.
They're fancy.
Here, Zoe.
They look, I was tired of what I had in there. I bet them are warm socks.
Good morning, anybody that comes. Wonder if everybody's sleeping in today. Wonder if people are off work. I don't know. I was just looking to see if I had any more little clips to upload here. Yeah, I got this little clip. This was a video I shared about how the Lord encouraged me through a song. He does that many times. I'll share this. okay. Hey, Shannon. You're listening while you're busy. You wonder what you're doing. Awesome. Yeah. He can speak through anything, you know? He really can. Amazing. Just have to learn how to recognize his voice, you know? Just how to recognize that's something he would say or not something he would say. I tell you what, if I were to lose that, I would have lost a lot. I wanted to share something beautiful with y'all. The Lord just spoke to me again through a song. It's this old classic country station I had on. And, you know, the last time I shared a video, the Lord just used words of a song just to pierce my heart and remind me that He loves me. It was another one just like that. And I'll tell you what it said. It said, well, I'll try to sing it. That's my job. That's what I do. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's my job, you see. Think about that. And I've been asking Him to help me to understand His love for me more and to know His love more. And that's His job. That's what He does. That's what He's committed to love us. Eternal, pure, strong love. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's I wanted to share something beautiful with y'all. The Lord just spoke to me again through a song. It's this old classic country station I had on. And, you know, the last time I shared a video, the Lord just used words of a song just to pierce my heart and remind me that He loves me. It was another one just like that. And I'll tell you what it said. It said, well, I'll try to sing it. That's my job. That's what I do. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's my job, you see. Think about that. And I've been asking Him to help me to understand His love for me more and to know His love more. And that's His job. That's what He does. That's what He's committed to love us. Eternal, pure, strong love. Everything I do is because of you, to keep you safe with me. That's
Nope. Let's see, where can I go this time?
Not easy.
Nothing over here. Just gonna drop it right there. She dropped it there.
But get it, Zoe. Lucky's gonna get it.
She got it.
Went off of one of
She
them.
got it. There she goes again. Let's see where she goes. Oh, she's up here in between the... She has put it back there in between the computer desk and the TV stand. Zoe, I want a picture of you under the Christmas tree. So here's one treat.
Oh, here she goes.
Look. There's one treat. Go hide it somewhere else.
Here she goes. Look at my curtains in there, Jane Davies.
Oh, ain't that pretty? Well, let me get it. She put it over here beside your nightstand. Yeah, those are pretty. Fancy. Here, Zoe.
I was tired of what I had in there. I bet him had warm socks.
You sound like my husband, Shannon, if you're still there. He has his own shower days. Morning, Justin. How you doing? You want to come up and talk with me? Got time? Share the link just in case. Thank you for my Christmas card I got in the mail. Oh, it won't let me post the link. It does that sometimes. There it goes. Nope, won't let me. Well, if I can get it to post, Justin, it's not wanting to cooperate. Swanee. It does that sometimes. Let me see. Let's say for Justin. Alright, I'll try to paste it. There it went. We got it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I
Might be too bright. Let's see. Huh. This is the way it's gonna be. Oh, wait a minute. I got multiple screens here, so let me see if I.
Good morning.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Whoops. He fell off. He'll come back. There you are.
There you are.
Yeah. I'm an old man trying to figure this stuff out. So, how you been?
I'm doing all right.
All right.
Good deal. So I haven't been on for a while. I've been there's
There you are. There you are.
yeah. I'm an old man trying to figure this stuff out. So, how you been?
I'm doing all right.
Good deal. So I haven't been on for a while. I've been, there's, yeah. There's a huge delay. Keeps looping.
Yeah, that's weird.
Weird. I'm doing all right.
Well, I'm going to cut that off. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to cut the other one off. I had to figure
I
all this
still
stuff
hear
out.
myself.
Yes, I've been kind of taking a break on YouTube. I buried my pastor last week, and he was 92. So he was the fifth bishop of our organization, the PEC, and he was the bishop from 1998 to 2012, and then another one came in for just a very short time, and then the organization had really dwindled down. And then when I came on, there's only like 14 members, and so I started a website, started doing YouTube stuff, and it built back up. And so I reconnected with Brother Hutzel, and so we stayed in contact. And then he called me about a week and a half before he passed and said he had a couple of blood clots in the lung. And so, boy, this thing's really making my face bright. Hold on, I'm going to turn the light on. That's a little better. So, anyways, at the funeral, there was the last video I actually did was about his life and how he had served the Lord pretty much the whole 92 years. You know, he was in church as a baby and gave his heart to God at a young age, and served for many, many years, all those years. And so I kind of pushed away from everything and just reevaluated, and needed to spend more time with God in the morning time. So I've been getting up earlier, so I have that special time of connecting. And then I'm writing a book right now called Judges and Kings, and it's about the judges and the kings in the Bible. And it comes to a head where in Samuel chapter 8, 1 Samuel chapter 8, God tells Samuel to tell the people, you do not want a king. They're going to rule and reign over you, and you're going to be a slave. And they said, well, we don't care. We want a king instead of a judge. And it went downhill from there. For 208 years, they were in trouble, you know. And so I wanted to kind of compile those things in a book, but I'm on the first judge right now, and that's Joshua. That's a lot to Joshua. There was a whole book about the first judge, you know, but it was basically establishing, you know, when they got into the promised land. And so, but there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. Like I just read in chapter 20 that they set up 6 cities for refuge, just in case you accidentally killed somebody, you could go there for refuge until your trial. And so you could prove that, and the avenger of the family couldn't go there and kill you. They had to wait. But capital punishment was very much in God's plan, extending from Genesis chapter 9 on through. And in fact, in Numbers, I almost said Novembers, in Numbers chapter 35, it talks about an unpunished murderer defiles the land. And so it was really interesting that God had told Joshua to set up these 6 cities in the promised land for refuge in case there was an accident. And I'm thinking, how many accidents were there? So must have been a lot. So that's kind of why I haven't been on for a while. Just been seeking the Lord and in prayer. I think that we can get so caught up in Bible study, we're not actually having communication with God. Now I'm reading about His Word and I'm learning more, and I'm thinking, wow, Lord, it was very cut and dry with you, and it still is. That's the thing. Even though Jesus died and we're not, we don't get stoned to death anymore like that, it doesn't mean His judgment has ended. It just means He's holding off until the end. And that's the only way I can see it. You got any thoughts?
Not so far. Just listening.
Well, how did you enjoy grandbaby? Well, she's not a baby anymore, but
Oh, it was good. But then my daughter, I'm echoing. When I speak, I hear it on your end. But yeah, that's better. Yeah, she was supposed to be deployed January 8th to Qatar, Afghanistan. And then so they left on a Saturday, and Monday she got notified that she was leaving Wednesday. So she left last week, I think on Wednesday. So she got the COVID vaccination before she left. They got it ready for the military. She got it. Now, is this weird, Justin? She gets it, flies every how many hours, lands, goes directly into quarantine for 14 days, can't even leave her room. That tells me that they think you might be contagious after you get the vaccine.
Well, it's kind of like when you get a flu shot, you're getting a little bit of the flu, so it builds up your immunity. And so that's basically what that is. But the interesting thing is about that, since you bring that coronavirus up, we've got some Democrats that work in my office, and pretty hateful ones, to boot. You got your moderate ones that just have, they kind of understand the Democratic way. They're not too keen on the abortion issue or the same-sex marriage, but they're moderate. But this lady, she came in and she was hating on Giuliani. She goes, he deserved to get corona and he should die from it. And it was yeah, I'm on.
Don't forget about plugging in Emily's car.
Okay. But she was like, yeah, he deserves to get it, and everything. And then 3 days later, she gets it. And I'm like, oh, see, be careful what you say. But yeah, they probably injected these people with some of the coronavirus to build up that.
Yeah, but now you got other strains coming out of it. So the vaccine might help one strain. Now you got all these different mutations. You hear about that happen in the UK. And there's 2 or 3, 4 people that come on here that are over in the UK, and they're being locked back down because of it. Bit hardcore. They're saying that you probably read it, that this strain is way more contagious. They hadn't found that it's any more deadly, but way more contagious.
Yeah, I've got a minister over in the UK. She's in Europe, and she couldn't even get married. She was going to get married in October, and they have to wait until February now. Maybe even push it out even further. It's pretty sad. And she got real sick, and her fiance came in and took care of her. They're not living together, but he came to her flat. They call it flats instead of apartments. Every day to feed her soup and help her to the bathroom. She couldn't even walk. She was so sick and by herself. And so help her to the bathroom and give her a sponge bath, and with respect, and I was like, I emailed her. It's like, I should do your wedding over the email just to get you married. She goes, I don't want that. So, but they, yeah, I've been hearing about it. Oh, lessons everywhere. Oh, she's at work.
Hey, good to hear from you, Vita. Hope you're doing good. We haven't got to talk much lately, huh? She's got us in her ear while she's working. Hey, Big Tim.
Yeah, I can't actually see anybody when I'm on here, but
yeah, that's why I'm putting the
only.
comment there.
Oh, you can do that. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see him?
Oh, he's listening and driving at the same time. Dangerous.
He's probably going to work.
Yeah. Well, Anna came out and told me I needed a. I got to tell you this is a huge blessing. Most people wouldn't see it that way, but I do. So my daughter, she's going to Bible college down in Oregon, Salem, which is 8 hours from our house. And she gets in her car on Friday and drives the whole way, stops for gas and whatever, and drives the whole way and gets within a mile of the house and stops on the off ramp to go onto our road and that we live on, and the car dies right in the middle of the road. The alternator was giving out. And so we're sitting at the home waiting. I can see her on an app, where her little car's driving to and where we call it the creeper app, It's called Life 360. So if if you want to know where your daughter's at, just to make sure she's safe. And it's really good for, these abductees and traffickers. You can put this app on her phone and you can see where she's at. And you can tell it's just to protect her, because she's a pretty young lady and anybody would want to snatch her and try to, use her. And my wife and I support a ministry that stops at human trafficking. So my wife's been through all the classes and know how they manipulate young ladies and everything like that. And so anyways, it's a good app. It's called Life 360. But anyways, I could see Emily going down the highway. I couldn't actually see the car, but I could see the dot going along the highway. And so I was looking, I was like, wow, she's in Moses Lake, so she should be here in a few minutes. And then she calls my wife, which she never uses the phone. It's always a text or a FaceTime. And she says, I broke down here on the off ramp. And she's like, what? Yeah, right by Papa's Casino, which is like less than a mile from our house. We live in the county, but just on the inside of the county line. So it's nice. Well, so we jump in the vehicle, go over there, and sure enough, dead. And the flashes weren't even working, and it was dark. And these two nicest men had one pulled up in front of her and one in back of her and had their flashers going on. And just kind of caution, walked up to the window and said, is everything okay? Are you okay? Because you know how men are creepy, and they could. So she had her phone in her hand. And she says, yeah, I'm on the phone with my parents. And so, okay, well, we're going to wait here until they get here, because you don't have flashers and anybody coming off that off ramp is going to, plow into you. So I get there and the one guy in front of her says, it looks like she's okay. And you're here, so I'll go ahead and take off. I said, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate all that you've done. And the other guy said, well, and then Anna took off and went around to come up the off ramp as well. And he goes, I'm going to wait until she gets here, because if I don't, there's no flashers on here, and these cars are flying up this off ramp. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So as soon as Anna got there and put her flashers on, he went ahead and took off, and it's just it was just kind of restores your faith in humanity. There's still some nice people out there. They're not all about themselves, But State Patrol guy got there, awesome young man. you put this little charger box on the battery to get it started, to get it off of there. And then we put enough charge in the battery for me to take the back road, which was from there was like a half a mile, maybe. And as soon as I got it in the driveway right where I wanted it, it just died right there, you know? And so, you know, people were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. And I was like, I'm so thankful that God had his hand on her car. Because basically she drove from Oregon up to Washington on just the battery alone, no alternator, you know? And so, you know, it was a huge blessing. You know, if she would have died right in the middle of the interstate at night, you know, those semis are coming at 70 miles an hour. You can't stop, you know? And so, it was just a huge blessing.
Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, we had that happen to us one time. Our alternator went out when we were going 70 some down the highway. And you talking about scary. It can cause a big wreck. So thank the Lord for that.
Well, I've got to, I got to go and put the charger on her battery so that we can get her car to her brother, Anna's brother's house. He's going to fix it. And I got to let it charge up for a few hours. So anyways, I wanted to let you know that what was going on. I'm just spending more time with the Lord in prayer and supplication. I'm still studying his word, but I want to kind of, you know, we can get so busy in the work of God, like my sister and her husband, that's all they're doing is just ministry, 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 and they're not taking time to recharge. And you can see it in their face. And they've kind of let themselves sink in that hole. And it, you know, it reminds me when Jesus was at Mary, Martha, and Lazarus' house, and Mary was at Jesus's feet, just soaking in everything that the Lord had to talk about. And Martha was so busy, you know, making something for Jesus, and she was kind of getting upset. She says, Lord, why don't you tell her to get up off the floor and come help me? He goes, I'm only here for a short time. You should come over here. And so, I mean, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but it really reminded me of that when my wife was telling me, because my wife and my sister are really close. They talk a lot. She goes, I never see her. They're always, you know, what they do is they put on a breakfast for men and women. One Saturday it's men, the next Saturday it's women. And now they've extended that to doing meals, you know, oh, well, hey, Big Tim, my sister doesn't live too far from Monroe, actually lives in Burlington. And so if you want to hook up with their ministry and go to breakfast on Saturday morning, they have a men's breakfast every other Saturday for men. And so, anyways, but now they're doing meals during the week, and they're just burning the candle at both ends. And so it's, I really need to pray for them to just realize they can't do it all. You know, they have to spend time with the Lord, and we get so busy in ministry that it becomes, you know, you just, I don't know how to put it in words, but you're not giving your time to the Lord. And so I'm gonna have a little talk with her. She's 10 years older than me, used to change my diaper, but she needs to maybe have some counsel. So anyways, I think I just need to you know, remind her that, and she's 60 some years old. She just turned 61, and Larry's a little bit older than that, and they need to slow it down a little, you know. And I know there's people in need out there, and I love their heart. But when you're so tired you can't do anything else, I don't think that really glorifies the Lord too much. I don't know. I'm just thinking of what I've read in the scripture, and I'm seeing that it's applying to them. And so,
well, I hope she receives some good advice and can take some rest in the Lord to, you know, press into him. Yeah, so that's good. I'm glad you're doing that. That's what we all have to do. It's good. Yeah.
But I want to stay in fellowship too. So I
Yeah.
love waking up and looking at my phone. And, yep, she's on. I'll click on. Even before I climb
Yeah.
out of bed.
Oh, well, good. Well, I hope y'all have a great day.
Okay. I'll jump back on to watch, to listen after I get that thing on the charger. But you all have a wonderful day and be blessed.
Thanks, Justin. So that was good to hear and think about, wasn't it? You know, about spending our time with the Lord. I remember, like, I say that a lot, and one time my good friend's mother, you know, because to me it's just like normal. I would spend time with the Lord. I say, you know, I go out here to this little bus stop a lot of times. It's not like a Greyhound bus stop. It's more like a transit. I don't know. It's just I'm just in a little country place here. We don't even have a stoplight in my township. But anyway, I'll go out there. It's just a huge parking lot. And that's just it's just the way that I always could get away from the busyness of my house and just get along with the Lord. And anyway, I remember her saying to me one day at a cookout, she said, "What do you mean when you say spending time with the Lord?" And, you know, I was just like, I had never thought about somebody might not understand what that means. And I just said, well, it's just a time that I just get alone and be quiet and talk to the Lord. You know, talk to him about whatever's going on, whatever I'm worried about. You know, ask him if he has anything he wants to say to me. You know, he might point a scripture out to me in the Bible. I mean, you know, just whatever. I might cry because my heart's broken over something. I might talk to him about my kids. I'm worried sick about something. It's just that. You know, it's nothing crazy or extraordinary about it. It's just spending time with the Lord. I mean, how else do you say that? I don't know. That's the only way I know to say it. And if you really think about it, you're talking to somebody you can't see, you know? But he is listening. He's present. He's real. He's involved. He's got something to say. And he wants to be discovered and known. He doesn't want to be a mystery. Yeah, but you know, I have a feeling a lot of people think that way, Greg. Good morning, by the way. And yeah, that's what I'm finding too is things that once were so mysterious to me in the scriptures, you know, that just didn't make sense, or he was so mysterious to me. It's just like he's removing some of the mystery that I might understand and that things might make sense. You know, it's not as mysterious. He's not as far off to me, you know, if that makes sense. Um, so she still didn't act like she understood what I was saying, but she's like, oh, you know. And I know I'll talk to people, just some people that might be telling me what they got going on in their life. and they're so sad and everything, or they have so much trouble, and I'll just say, well, have you talked to the Lord about it? Said that to my sister. That's like, she's sharing with me, and I know she wants my advice, but that's my advice. Like, that's the best thing I know to ask her. I was like, well, are you talking to the Lord about it? And, you might think that's so easy to do, but for many people, that is not easy to do. She was like, yeah, I know that's what I need to do, but I just can't find it within myself to do it. And I'm wondering if us talking to him might have something to do with how much we believe he exists, like how much we believe he's real. Because you're not going to waste your time talking to somebody, even in real life, that is not going to listen to you. You're not going to do that. And you're not going to share your deepest, innermost problems and stuff with somebody is just going to be callous and not care. So maybe it's just how people view the Lord. Maybe it's how he is in their mind, that they think he wouldn't possibly care, or there ain't no use in it. It don't do no good. Nothing's going to change. I don't know what the reasons is. I'd like to ask people what their thoughts are on it, of why they find it hard to speak to the Lord. And maybe too, I know one thing that definitely does keep us from talking to the Lord, and that is if we feel like we did something wrong, or if we feel ashamed or guilty. That will separate people from the Lord for sure. It has me. Until I learned that, no, you can still come and approach him. In your guilt and your shame and your mess up, you can still come talk to him. Just as good as a week ago when I thought I was doing everything right and I felt very confident to talk to him, I can today. So, talk to the Lord. Talking to the Lord. What does anybody that's here have to say about that? Talking to the Lord. And it's not like you have to just. Sometimes I speak out loud when I go out to that bus stop or whatever, but most of the time it's a conversation going on in my mind. I'm thinking towards him. I'm realizing that he's aware of what I'm thinking, and I want him to know what I'm thinking, and I want him to know what's going on in my mind. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Hope you're doing good today. Do you have any comments about talking to the Lord? That's what I just got on somehow. And you know what I think about too? That scripture that says, in order to come to God, one must believe that he exists. So maybe that's why some people don't talk to him, because they don't really believe that he's real. I'd like to know. I'd like to ask that question to people, to all people, any people that I come across. If they don't mind me asking, I'd like to ask that question. Yeah. And that's what, I've had that too. And that's what I think a lot of people don't talk to him for. you know. And you're not the first person I've heard say that neither. Seems like I recorded a video about something like that a while back. Yeah. Yeah, and I know that many people are darkened in their understanding and ignorant. I know that. Um, and it was just such a big, long process for me, Ruth Ann, about that struggle, you know, of, you know, my ability to talk to them based on how I did or how I acted or how I behaved. Almost like I had to earn that privilege to speak to them. Almost like I had to have good behavior that day to speak to them, or I had to respond in all the right ways, and then I'd be free to speak to them. Or, you know, if I didn't mess up in any way that day, then I had freedom to speak to them. But, you know, for me, I'm glad that the Lord changed my mind on that, because if I were still basing my freedom or ability to speak to Him based on me and who I am and how I act and where I'm at in any given moment, I wouldn't be talking to Him very much. You know, I wouldn't. You think it's your pride? I don't know. For me, I just didn't understand that I could talk to Him at all times and always. I just thought I could only come to Him when I was prim and proper and just right, you know. Okay, Big Tim. I think about that scripture. It says, in your time of need, you may approach the throne of grace. You may approach the throne boldly and confidently in your time of need. And I might have used to just thought of that as when I needed an earthly thing like money or job. I was physically sick. I mean, many times I've just saw that as when I need something, but my heart has needs. More and more, it's more of a spiritual inward thing of my needs. Or I might find somebody else that has a need and I'm going to the Lord for that person's need, you know? When are you free enough to talk to him? Yeah, that's Shannon. That's still Shannon. He changed his name. Yeah. When are you free enough? Like, are you saying, yeah, like when is anybody ever kind of good enough to talk to him? Is that what you're saying? I don't know if you're like this, Ruth Ann, but like for me, I feel like everybody else in this world is more innocent than I am. That's how I feel. I talk to the Lord about it. I mean, I feel like if anybody deserves anything good, I'm the last in the line. You know. But maybe that's the way the Lord wants me to feel, so I won't be, because that's what I'm asking Him, to keep me safe from pride. Maybe He's doing that. I don't know. But that is the honest truth. I feel like everybody else is more innocent than me. Even people that don't have a relationship with the Lord, and they might be out here doing all this kind of stuff, I see them as more innocent than me because they don't know no better. They don't have any knowledge of God. They don't know His ways. They hadn't received any truth from Him. The Holy Spirit is the helper. They have not the helper. And I just feel like they're doing everything, they're being who they are out of ignorance. They're only, if they're not born again with the Spirit of God in them, how can they be any other way? Only by having the Spirit of God in us can any godly good things come out of us. So they're just walking in their flesh and having fruit of the flesh. And so for me, yeah, spiritually dead, that's what I'm trying to say. So for me, here the Lord's taught me things and showed me things and gifted me and blessed me with things, and I still find myself in error many times. I still struggle and wrestle with judging other people on my thoughts, which I hate. And so to me, I feel more guilty than they are. And I don't know exactly how the Lord sees that. That's what matters. How He sees it matters more than how I see it. So, good morning, Wayne. 'Cause you know your heart. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Ruth Ann. Yeah, you're probably right. I think that's when the Lord really began to put me on my face and humble me, is by letting me take a look at who I really am, you know? 'Cause used to, it was only like how I saw everybody else. And then somehow He just lets me take a look at myself and see who I am in comparison to Him. Maybe that helps to put me in my place. But I want Him to put me in my place, help me stay in my place. Yeah, I really do. Oh, that's good. I've been taught in some hard ways too about it. Very hard ways. But I guess, that's what I'm asking Lord to help me to know more, is His love for me. And it's like I feel loved when I'm doing good and doing right, or feel like I'm doing, what pleases Him. I feel pretty loved, but it's when I fail and it's when I fall and it's when I find myself like I don't want to be, that it's hard to believe that He loves me. How about for y'all? Oh, I'm so glad, Ruth Ann. That's a hard lesson, and I guess the only way to learn it is when you do find yourself doing wrong. I have to learn that there he still loves me. And that's what just started recently coming to me. And I don't know how to even respond to it. I don't know what to think about it. I'm still chewing on it, thinking about it, and waiting for him to convince me of this, that he loves me through and through, fully, completely. Not because of me, but because of him. Not because of me, but because of who he is. It's not that I love him, but it's that he first loved me. That's what I'm trying to think about, learn more about, you know? Some people might not can understand what I'm saying. That's okay. Just kind of sharing what I'm learning a little bit, you know? I don't really have any person to go and consult with and talk to about it. I just have to keep asking the Lord to show me more and help me understand it, you know? Hold on, my daughter. Let's see if I can go find my daughter some spaghetti and meatballs. Y'all want to go with me? She said there's only beefaroni. Well, then there's beefaroni. You know? Oh, man. I've never had a teenage girl before, y'all. It's different than teenage boys. Let's see what I can find. What are you looking for, Slade? Like, what do you have in mind? I've got this right here. I'll look and see. What about free yogurt cereal? You want grilled cheese? Sure, my whole left side's killing me. Okay, beefaroni. You don't want that? More. I need to organize here. Did you actually move these cans?
Yeah.
What about chicken noodle soup?
No.
What about beef stew? Oh gosh, oh wow. Oh, hurting. Oh, honey, you're just going to make you a sandwich.
With frozen bread?
No, we're just going to thaw. Because like I said, if I don't do that, what about a bagel? Those need to be eaten. Yeah, like a bagel.
Gotta clean all this stuff
Oh,
up first.
want a cheese stick?
No.
Well, wait, where are the bagels? They're not anymore?
You didn't eat them all?
I didn't. Did you?
No, I guess I did.
Unless there's somewhere else that I don't know. How's you looking at freezer and see if you think?
There's not bagel in there.
Have the dogs already eaten?
Why did you put those honey buns in the freezer? You can't freeze them.
Because I didn't want them to go to waste. Do you want a
I would have
ham?
ate them.
You want a ham sandwich? A good style ham? Huh?
I'm gonna send you something.
Okay, Morgan. I'm not. That's fine with me. All right. You can. It's big enough to get you something to eat. Yeah. It's just all the time got to be spent on every fix. Want some orange juice? There's a body armor in here if you want it. You want some buffalo chicken dip? It's good with chips. Warm it. It's good. Want to try it? Well, I come here just to help you.
Oh, we just want to go to the meatballs.
Hey, big front and all the same thing. Who said groceries here?
No.
I would have got some bagels kind of when we were out. Trying to attend to my daughter, y'all. She's got to leave here in a few minutes for a almost 2-hour away volleyball game. And she's having a hard time finding something to eat. Basically, I think it's that I don't have a lot of convenience food right now. You know what I mean? Convenience food's expensive, so I really probably should do a little cooking. Actually, I got to. Been cleaning a lot lately, and it felt like cooking. There's, like I said, some chocolate chip cookie right here. Chocolate chip cookie. That tastes just like Jim Jim's. Buffalo chicken dip. Yeah, that's a huge chocolate chip cookie with cream in there. So let's get this one. I think so. Turn it around. It tastes just like Jim Jim's. See if they're in a minute, see if it's warm. I'll still another 30 seconds. Go like that. It's good, you good? So yeah, and here's some jalapeno cheddar grits. Does that sound good? No? Okay. That's what they should be anyway. Alright, Zach, got you? Good enough for now? Chips. Get you a fruit, an orange. What do you need? Pointing that way. What do you need?
I need one.
What do you need? Tell me, I'll hand it to you.
I don't. I need to make myself a drink too.
What do you want straight?
I can't do it.
Why? Or do I know that's right now? Yeah, hold on a minute. Hi, Shelly. I need to make a pillow. Some potato latkes. Oh, I know. That's a Jewish food. I know. I watched, can't remember her name. You know the girl who used to be in Blossom? I watched her video about that. Oh, you're going to Missouri for Christmas, Big Dan. Cool. Oh, sorry, right there. It's your birthday today? This is your birthday today, right there? Okay, Shelley. Oh, Christmas Day, your birthday. Wow. If y'all want to keep talking, you can. I just gotta wash these dishes real quick. I was just getting a couple chores done, y'all. I'm afraid that noise is too loud. That's why I muted it. Yeah, happy birthday, Ruth Ann. I hope something happens to make you feel loved and special. That's what people need to know, that they matter. They're special. You know? Some people feel like it wouldn't make no difference if they were in this world or not. I felt like that before. Honey, I'm black, can't see past me. Why don't you finish that? It's a couple more bites. Did you like it? You want a couple more chips and finish it? How'd you make you something? Here. Let me make you something.
I need to get some more.
Just pour it out of what, honey?
Oh,
Which one?
the tea, you're making.
Okay, I thought you said it wasn't good. Where's your cup? Oh. Get my dog's food ready, y'all. They can't have a regular dog food. I have to cook their food. Abby that we took in, how many years ago has it been, Morgan? 3? 4? 4 years ago? Yeah, we found out right quick she can't eat regular dog food. She got a stomach issue. Even the most expensive, best dog food she couldn't tolerate. So I have to, she either has chicken, turkey, rice, and sweet potatoes. And then I give her sugar snap peas. Sometimes if I have those, I love those. But she can't. She was a rescue. Somebody set her out. Bless her heart. And she is the sweetest thing. So, and then my little Chihuahua, she has it too because she's gotten so old she chokes. And so this softer diet's good for her, but then I give Abby crunchy treats so that, you know, her teeth still stay good. So, sweet potato, chicken, and rice. That's why we couldn't afford another dog because it cost enough for the ones we got. But I get the chicken that I was mainly do turkey, but the chicken that's in the bag and it's like leg quarters and stuff. That if you boil that and pull all that off the bone, that look at that place across my nose, y'all. See that? That's my CPAP machine mask. Right there. It's my CPAP machine. What can I pray for you about today? Well, just that the Lord give me some more examples of his love. That's what I'm trying to learn more. To see it in real life and recognize it. Because I know he's showing me. It's just I have to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, the heart to understand. So that's what I want to recognize him more as he's teaching me about love. And that's sweet of you. Thank you so much. But I know what it's like, Ruth Ann, to be in times of not having, just about not having enough. You know, when my husband lost his vision and his job, and I got really sick with the fibromyalgia. But I found out the Lord so much through that time. Found out how faithful he is to provide for us and meet our needs in ways we couldn't ever seen coming, you know, stuff like that. But it was hard. Yeah, that's what I say. Me and my husband. He'll say, "Good night, Mrs. Voter." I say, "Good night, Darth." Because we both have it on. We both have one. So, yeah, he does. I really don't have a whole lot to talk about today. I just thought I'd hang out with y'all a little bit. Camera's off. You can watch it. So, does anybody have anything they wanted to chat about? If not, I'll go ahead and close out. See this? I need to attend to that. 2 inches. Wow. Bet that was beautiful. Power went out. That's not good. So did anybody have if y'all are chatting, I can just let y'all chat, or if anybody had anything they wanted to talk about. I don't know if Vita's still listening at work. Yeah. I have to go do dishes. Okay, love you right there. Be praying for you. Thank you. And I guess I'll go ahead and close it out. I hope y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for coming hanging out with me. I got a lot to think about. A lot I'm pondering and thinking about. Yeah. I hope you have a good day at work, Tim. I hope your knee doesn't hurt you too bad. Oh, you're Abby hacking. Come on, Abby. What's wrong? Come on. You go outside? Oh, okay. Thank you so much for coming by, Shelly. Love you too. Bless your heart. Every time I see my little bison or buffalo that you made me, I think about you. Pray for you. And may we all find the Lord today in our situations and circumstances. May we all abound in knowing the love of Christ more and more. You have to teach us and help us, Lord. All right, Big Tim. You too, honey. All right. Love you guys. Yes. Sure will. Dear Lord, I just ask you to look over Big Tim and his family as he gets on the plane tomorrow and keep them safe, Lord. Miss their time together. I pray he enjoys his time with you, Lord. I just pray for peace for them, just to really have good fellowship and enjoy each other, Lord. Good memories in the midst of the hard time we're living in this world. And I ask that you just meet their needs every way as they go. Just pour out your love, Lord, on Big Tim, and I pray you recognize it, because I know you love him so much. He's a sweet soul, and I thank you for him, Lord. Thank you that he's genuine. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lord. You're welcome, sweetie. All right, well, I'm going to go. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye-bye.